And here we go. Once more, Ask Me Anything, episode 233. Back up in here. As you all have undoubtedly noticed, I have been going ham with posting the shorts, the YouTube shorts. You guys seem to be loving them, so thank you very much for all the people who have watched them, liked them. Um, I am trying to go the YouTube TikTok route and just give you guys more accessible short format content because that does seem to be the way that the world is going. But all that being said, YouTube shorts are fun and they're short and enticing and quick and easy, but every now and then I feel like we also need to do one of these, a long format podcast type live, aka this Ask Me Anything. So that's why I decided to come on here, jump on this beautiful Friday afternoon, November 4th. The world has not collapsed yet. We're all still alive, especially if you're watching this live. And that's the best intro I got, man. That's all I got as far as the intro is concerned. Um, so yeah, as usual, you get to come in, ask me anything, and I'll do my best to offer my perspective, offer my advice, offer my input, my opinion, whatever you want to call it. I was actually supposed to talk with a client, but I think he fell asleep. He's out all the way out there in Australia, um, and that's why I am here instead. So, without further ado, guys, do not be shy. The better the questions, the better the video, the better the content. Black Friday is also coming up. I'm just going to shortly speak on that as I await your questions. For the past 2 months and a half, I have been making I basically stopped buying any and everything that is not food. Like 2 months before Black Friday, I just started adding it to the Black Friday list. Things that I know I just need and that I'm always going to have to buy, like my vegan protein powder. Like I'm buying a ton of those on Black Friday. Some clothes as well. Um, some nootropics like Tonka some magnesium stuff like that. I've been using this supplement to help you sleep. Just it's simply called nighttime formula, I think, and it's on nootropics.com, and it's a nootropicsdepot.com, excuse me, and it's amazing. So I'm definitely am gonna be stocking up on those. Oh, we have our first person in the chat, Stars on Mars. What's up, Sweden? Hey, I just thought about you the other day. Hope you're good. I did yoga at lunch, now back at work. Man, you got a hell of a job. Sweet ass job. I'm happy to hear that, my man. That you're getting that yoga in. I should do more of that. I should do more flexibility work. Speaking of what I should do more, as you all know, I'll be getting out of this place in less than 2 months. So after that, I plan on being a lot more mobile. I will travel a lot more. You got some coffee on your chin. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for telling me. Man, I hate it when people don't tell me. Um, because they think it's awkward or rude, but actually, it sucks when you come home and you find out you've been walking around at the party with something on your face the whole night. So actually, I am planning on going to Costa Rica next year. So looking at some dates yet. What's up? What's I do not know who you are. No, I don't. So yeah, that's exciting. Always wanted to go to Costa Rica for some reason. Never made it, and it looks like it's gonna finally happen. I'm going to Thailand this February. I want to escape the winter. You've been? Yeah, I did in Thailand. I did in Thailand. Um, I think it was already over a decade ago at this point. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. All I can tell you is enjoy responsibly. Like that is literally the single best advice I can give you as it pertains to Thailand. I didn't enjoy responsibly. I was young, dumb, and full of, and I just got out of my relationship with my ex from Sweden at the time. And I was on a mission to basically destroy myself, and that I did. But yeah, I would stick as much as you can to the islands. Go to the islands, man. Like Bangkok, it's like you have to have seen Bangkok, but you know how I feel about mega cities. It's not my vibe. They legalized it there. Yeah, man, it's wild, right? Like weed used to be the most illegal thing there, and then they just said, "Fuck it, we have lost a ton of money due to COVID and tourism, being on its ass and tourists not being able to come here. So we need to take that money back. So let's just legalize weed." And obviously, Thailand does have the absolute best conditions for growing weed. We're going to southern Thailand, doing the islands only. That's the way to do it, man. That's what I tell people to do. Go and do the islands only and enjoy is the best. Watts. I'm emotionally abused as a child. Now, as a 17-year-old, should I see myself as a psychiatrist? Yes. Yep, you should. Hey, let's get some thumbs up going, though. You got no thumbs in here. What are my plans for the weekend? Um, Tomorrow morning, probably hitting the gym. Then I have a walk planned with one of my real life clients. Right now, I also have a client that I'm coaching in real life, and we're gonna go on a walk so we can talk. And then in the evening, I'm gonna go to a birthday party in the city. Saturday, and then Sunday, I'm meeting a friend in the afternoon, and that's it. Lizzie, you made it. So happy to see you, girl. Do you still smoke weed? Sober October is over, man. Yeah, dude, it's been over for a while for me. I'm not gonna lie. I did not finish Sober October. Al Chameleon, I like that name. How do you know if a girl really loves you? If she prioritizes what's best for you instead of for her, or instead of for both of you. And it's not about girl or guy. That's just people. It's like if a person really loves you, and it's not about attraction or sex or status, they're gonna want you to do the best that you could possibly do. Stiggy! Yo, thank you so much, my man. That should cover your thirst during Costa Rica. Thank you, man. Appreciate that a lot. Um, I um, I need to start looking at some tickets and stuff. Need to start planning it, plan it in advance. Has anyone been to Costa Rica? Tell me if you know anything about it. Um, because I don't really know anything about it. I never been to Central America. I feel like that's a good place to start. It's so warm out there, out here, New York City. New York is warm still. That's wild. Thank you very much. I needed to hear that. You're welcome, man. I have friends in Costa Rica, but never been. If you want context, let me know. I appreciate that. I think, like from my understanding, it's a pretty. It has a lot of expats. It's pretty damn safe. It's very well like visited. Like that's also why I'm going. I think it's gonna have beautiful nature. I think it's gonna be interesting. It appears to be a lot safer than Mexico. Not to say that I wouldn't go to Mexico. I just feel like I think Costa Rica is a good introduction to Central America. This is all based on what I heard, my feeling, so feel free to correct me. My parents are very abusive. Can you help me out with that? I can't, man. There is nothing that I can do about that. Like, if your parents are abusive, you need to either, you're still at school because you're 17. So tell your teachers. There's so many ways now to get out of that. Like, start by telling your teachers, and then they should already be able to like notify child protection, child care. What's it called? But I can't do anything, man. I really can't. How could it possibly be warm in New York City at this time of the year? That's what I want to know. Global warming, dog. Call 911. Yeah, like if they're really abusive, calling them 911 is not a bad choice. Hold on, what am I missing here? Huh. All right, hey guys, hit the thumb up if you appreciate these lives. Doesn't cost you a penny. Not all of us can come in here and send a big super chat like my man Stiggy. But what you can do to show your appreciation is just hit that thumb, and it helps me. It helps the channel. So I'm thinking of visiting a psychiatrist on the 7th of November. That's such a weird thing to say, though, dude. Like, you did you make an appointment? You're just thinking about visiting one on that specific date. Um, Also, if they're abusing you, you shouldn't go to a psychiatrist. You have to notify police. And I guess it's called child. There's a name for that, but like the people that look after abused children. Uh, Power moves. What does that mean? Man, I don't understand half of what you guys are saying right now. Top three goals for Costa Rica. Oh, dude, goals? That's. I mean, honestly, I really, I have no idea. I have no idea. The only goal is to get a good feel for what Costa Rica is all about, man. Um, the main goal is just okay. I've I've noticed I've gotten really comfortable being in Belgium. I love how much time I'm able to put into my coaching business, my fitness, building my physique. I'm stronger and bigger than ever. It's awesome. I'm really addicted to it. Not gonna lie. And I've just noticed like a general reluctance to travel to foreign places again. Like all my travels have been in Europe for the last 3 years, maybe. And I'm just noticing that. And now with me getting out of this flat, it serves as the perfect opportunity to do intercontinental travel again. And the weird part is, I'm not even like that hyped about it. I always used to do that, and I want to see what it's like. Maybe I forgot something. Maybe I'll be there for 3 days and be like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't do this for so long. Like, that's, I would say, not to call it a goal, but that's the main reason, man. Um, I just want to I'm trying to find out if that part of me is still there because it feels like it's not. Like I've never had less. interest in going really far by myself than at this point in my life. Like I'm really content spending a lot of time with family and friends and like grown up boring stuff really, man. But like I'm also understanding that I'm 34, turning 35 next year, and I'm like I don't want to let this moment get away because I'm single now, I'm healthy, I'm strong. Now is the time to travel, so I'm gonna do it just because it makes rational sense. I hope that answers your question. Um, or maybe I'll be there and be like, like this. Not, I don't think that'll happen, but child services. That's what I mean. Thank you, man. My friend wants to get out of America, relocate to Europe. He needs to get a job in Europe. Is it a difficult process to get hired in Europe if he's American? I think it is. Yeah, I think it kind of is, to be honest with you. Because I knew someone that was American and they got a job here. Yeah, it's not that. Yeah, it's not that easy. He's gonna. The easiest way is to marry somebody here. But yeah, I don't know, man. Not easy. Depends where in Europe. I can only talk for England. Yeah, for sure it's hard to get in England, right? They're pretty strict. Good for you. Traveling is the best. You need to visit South America. I've been to Colombia. I've been to Brazil. I've been to the Caribbean. Like I don't know what else is left for me in South America. Peru. Ah, you just said it yourself. There you go. Peru. Exactly. Yeah. All right, guys. Keep the questions coming. The moment is now. Spears, big fan of yours and the channel. Thank you so much, Spears. My question: as someone with a facial disfigurement, how do you deal with occasional stares reactions from rude members of the public when going out? The answer to that question completely depends on my mood of the day and my mood of the moment, to be more exact. So just the other day, I was catching a train at the station, and this guy was staring at me, and it was the end of the day. I was tired, and like, and so I just like, I grilled and I like made him like look away. Um, that's what I do when I'm annoyed. Like if I'm annoyed, I'll react. I'll go on the offense. Yeah, I'll usually just like look at them and make like a very angry face, like they'll know what's up, or I'll say something. Usually, if I'm in a good mood, I smile. I try to use a tactic of love. I smile at them, making them feel, trying to make them understand that I am aware that they're staring. Um, if I'm in a crowd and there's a bunch of people staring, honestly, I don't even like. I don't. I just keep it moving. Um, Yeah, it really depends. It really depends. Like, most of the times, most of the times I'm able to not care about it and just immediately brush it off. Um, yeah, that's the best. That's the best I can give you. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel your disfigurement is hardly a decrease in your attractiveness. Thank you, man. I will say this: my best angle is my front angle. So like, I agree that I look great from the front, even with the scar. That it's like, if you look at it, it's hard. Like, if you look at it from the side, it's like my mouth is crooked and there's like a thing here, and it's different in real life. If that makes sense. Um, like I feel like I look better on video on YouTube than I do in real life, or maybe that's just me being overly negative and critical about myself. But I do feel like my front angle is probably makes you feel that way. Also, like so when I'm eating and stuff, it's terrible because food comes out and saliva comes out, and that's by far the worst. I hate eating in public due to that. But I appreciate you. Um, your hair looking good today. You're looking a bit curly. Yeah, it's actually a little bit greasy, but I've been switching it up. I'm going for the '90s boy band look. Uh, yeah, man, the hair is a constant thing. It's like I'm still like I feel like this is it now. After the long hair, I never had the same haircut for longer than 3 weeks. Yeah, but I appreciate it, man. I've seen kids born without their hands, just numbs at the wrists, and I feel that's hella less desirable than the facial disfigurement. Of course, dude. I mean, I wouldn't want to trade, but that train of thought, like that, never works. And I found that also when coaching my clients and working with people. It's like, somebody complains about they're having a bad day, or their boss is treating them shitty, and you're like, there's people in Africa dying right now. How dare you? Like, it doesn't work. You can't, because if it was that easy, we would just go into the news, read all the news about people dying from hunger and people dying due to war, like Ukraine, and we would be like, oh my god, I'm so blessed, But it doesn't. It so. Uh, it's true, but it has zero impact on how somebody. And that's also a terrible argument. If you're, it's a really bad. It's a very ineffective way. I should say, it's a very ineffective way to try to make somebody feel better. Not to say that I feel that way because you're telling me about, like, um how do I say, I'm pretty fine with the scar and all that stuff, and I'm pretty happy with who I am, most of the time. So it's not like, um, how do I say, like, I'm not trying to make myself a victim or anything like that. Definitely not. Spears, thanks for answering. Much appreciated. The reason I asked partly was because I suffer from a facial skin disease called rosacea, and get negative reactions all the time. That's the one where you get like the pink reddish like stains on your face. That's the one, right? You get negative reactions all the time. Yeah. I know what you mean. Is it the one where it's like people, they look at you and then they look at you, they already are looking away, and then they're like, oh, what did I just see? And you see, and like every single time you're watching their quote unquote shock in real time. You're watching that mental backtrack, like, oh, what's that? And then most of the time they're not doing it on purpose. They're just like shocked. It's like when you see like a very short person or like a disfigured person, and you're like, you kind of double back. It's it's the worst catching that in real time. But yeah, it's just something that people like you and me have to deal with. It's really, a matter of being confident enough in yourself as a person, and I talk about this often. It's like the energy that you put forward, like how you feel about yourself, and the energy that you radiate, that can kind of serve as like a halo. Like your energy precedes you. What I find is when I'm high energy, when I'm strong, my posture is good, I got the right mindset, I'm able to somehow, you know I'm able to crash into those mental waves, those looks, that because it's energy, it's all energy coming into you, right? Like it's energy being brought, crashes into you like waves in the ocean. If you're strong enough, you can like withstand the waves. You're like powering through, but it takes a lot of your emotional bandwidth. It takes a lot of your battery life. And that's why I get angry when I get tired. Then I don't have that emotional bandwidth available to crash through those waves like a rock. Then I'm more like, fuck you, motherfucker. So I feel you, girl. I'm assuming you're a girl for some reason. Yeah, that didn't make sense because you might be a guy too. Nation are interesting. Protection is boring. Thank you. Most people don't have a good side profile. Even a lot of good looking people don't have a good side profile. Good point. I like that. That's a really good point. You look good. Thank you, Alchameleon. I'm a good-looking guy. My profile is not good. Nice. Have you been to Italy? What's it like there? Yeah, I've been to Italy a few times. I mean, the food is amazing if you're into carbs. Very important to know. The worst thing about Italy is the Italians. uh, Rome is amazing. Culture is amazing. The food, the drinks, the it's beautiful. Tuscany, Firenze, like it's beautiful. Like I said, I don't love the people. I know it's not. I guess you shouldn't say that, but look, that's what I think. But it's amazing, and then you should definitely go check it out. It's only for its vast amount of like historical artifacts. It's amazing. It's the Roman Empire, you know. It's crazy, and that's the thing. Like the Italians, they are straight up descendants from the Romans, and you can tell they're so proud and so like they're so sure of themselves. Like they know everything better, and it's in their DNA. Like the people walking around in Italy. Last time I was there, is like 2 years ago. I was thinking the whole time, like all of these people, like if you take off their jeans and their like North Face jacket, like you put them in like a metal harness, like they would be a Roman. Like they still look Roman, if that makes sense. Maybe that's just me being creative. I don't mean it like that. I mean I don't get why people look at you like you're ugly because you're a facial scar that other people with disabilities seem to be even be noticed or at least not that much. The thing is, I'm tall as fuck. Like I'm 6'3", like 1 meter 93, I think 94 something. I'm big, broad shoulders, so I was already getting looks before that, and then on top of that, the scar. Like, I don't blame people for noticing me and staring, honestly. So it's yeah, exactly that facial flushing. I feel you. I remember you making that video declaring that you're finished with your facial surgery, that long 10-year journey being over. How have you processed that? How do you feel today? Uh, I feel a little bit shitty about that because I realize that I'm gonna need more surgery at some point. The metal is pushing through as we speak right here. The metal titanium piece, it's not gonna hold. The skin is not gonna hold. It's too weak for the radiation that I got years back, the radiotherapy. So at some point, it's gonna pierce the skin, and I'm gonna need more surgery, and it's gonna be hell. And until that day comes, I'm trying not to think about it. Leslie, if all people were all that would solve the shallowness, it would be about souls. There's a quote about that. Is it okay to leave the dog in a hot car? No, of course not. Benzo, you would make a great guru. But a guru is like they're the ones who have like they have like a cult and they make money from it, and that's not a good thing though, right? What's wrong with Italians? Yeah, I already like mind you, I have like multiple Italian friends. I'm just saying, like, general as a people, they're pretty damn, you know, they're very proud. I just tend generally to have a problem with people that think they're just genetically better. Like French people have it. People from Paris are so wild with it. Like they think they're so superior just because they're from France. And it's like, what? And Italians have it too. They just do, and I don't like that. I don't like people that feel better, and they just like have like I don't like this inherent like exaggerated national pride. It turns me off, and I think that's my Belgian side because we don't have that, so I don't like it when I see that. I guess that's just my honest opinion. Denzo, you did something now, and the voice was fine, but now it sounds a little low. Damn, still. Is it still low, Papuna? Is it messed up? Let me know, man. It's still low. Okay, hold on. What about now? Is it better now? Is it fixed now? Um, better. Nice. Thank you. Hey, thank you for telling me, man. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Spears, I love the fact that you play the cards you are dealt well on the table to the best of your ability in regards to creating this inspiring channel and placing emphasis on your strengths. Thank you so much. You may or may not know, I've been writing a book, and I'm probably never going to finish it. It's called Rotten Lemons, and I did a whole chapter on that. Like, play the cards that you were dealt. I should just publish the pages that I got, and I know I said this a million times, but I'm still delusional, waiting for the day that I can publish it like a real book, I guess. But thank you, because you saying that tells me that you truly understand what I'm trying to do. Do you feel all the pain and suffering has made you stronger or weaker or both? Stronger. It's energized me. It's motivated me. That's why I love Star Wars. That's why I love the Sith. Like this type of stuff, man. I'm all into this type of stuff because it's about Sith lords and people using that negative dark energy to like overcome stuff and to become more powerful. Like I love that principle. I often feel like I'm some type of super villain. But then a super villain that tries to do good somehow in a weird way. But it definitely made me stronger. My cousin is married to an Italian. I know what you mean. I mean, let's be honest. Anyone that really knows Italians know what I mean. Your strengths, your intelligence, intellect, and bodybuilding passion for the gym. Thank you. Thank you. Really means a lot. Why you got so much problems with the audio, bro? I don't remember it was like that before. Dude, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm not that good at this stuff. I got this really good setup, but then I mess it up, and I don't know, man. Given this scenario, you can only choose one country to live the rest of your life. Once you choose, you can't leave it. What country do you choose? Belgium, man. Belgium. Simply off of the strength of the fact that my family's here. Like, I've talked about that many times. Like, I no longer subscribe to this notion of looking for a paradise. And I used to think like I wanted to live in this tropical paradise where it was always warm and a lot of tropical nature and a beautiful ocean that I could just dive into. But then I just I did that. I went there and I felt lonely because I didn't have my family there and I didn't have like the people that I love there. And there's something to be said about starting over and building that there, but I honestly think family is the number one most important thing if you're lucky enough to have had one and a good one. Because I understand a lot of people don't have family or they have a shitty family. But if you have that, it's like it's hard to walk away from. What's up, Maria? How you doing, girl? But okay, I'll play our game. I'll play our game. Like let's say not Belgium. Oh man, probably Barcelona. I love Barcelona. I guess your hair is getting long. Do you think you'll cut it again? I literally just cut it the other day. Look, you can't see because it's like this is the haircut. This is the cut. It's like long at the top and then it's like a fade in the back. I don't plan on cutting it again. Actually, to be honest with you, um, I want to grow it out again. I didn't notice the back. Nice. Muchas gracias, Joatita. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of thin, so I just kind of want to keep it at this length and rock with it, roll with it, see what happens. But there's definitely moments where I miss my long locks. Does it ever provoke you that women all chase the same men and that so many men can't get into relationships even though there's nothing wrong with them? I have a friend who looks like Ryan Gosling, and he's definitely a narcissist. He's got such gain it's sick. He's got a whole stable of women that he sleeps with, and when they fall in love with him, he dumps them and gets new ones. The women know he doesn't want relationships, but they still choose him because he's the guy. He's the alpha, and I hate that word, but he is. He's the hen, not the hen. He's the cock. Like like the that's the word for it, the cock, like the male hen. Um, he's the and we the mistake that we make as men is that we want to like we project this expectation of virtueness of virtue and like a certain morale onto women. We're like, they're supposed to be pure and they're supposed to like go for the good guys. But it's like we also want to sleep with the big boobed blonde bimbo, as men. We also like that. And we also like to just have fun with that. But then we're like, women can't do that, Like they're supposed to see them for what they are. That women are just like men. Women get horny and they also just want to have the blonde bimbo, but I have one of my best friends is like that. He's like super good looking guy, asshole by nature, and wouldn't know, but he gets away with it every single time. And it's like because they think it's fun, and they know what it is and they go for that. And I think it's okay, honestly. And I used to get frustrated about that. I used to feel like I was the white knight and he was a shitty guy, but he would always win. And I was like, like they don't deserve it. They deserve to get hurt. Like I would be very passive aggressive. And then I realized, like, why am I tripping over that? Why am I getting angry over that? It doesn't make any sense. Like, let them do what they want to do and keep it moving, basically, man. I care a lot less about that stuff now than I did before. I care a lot less. It's like people should all just do whatever the hell they want. I'm trying not to judge, and yeah, that's all I can say. Are you gonna remain single for the rest of your life? Do you want to get married? I would like to get married, but if I don't find the right one, I'll stay single. So yeah, to answer your question, Stars and Mars, it does not provoke me. It used to provoke me. It used to make me mad, but then I realized, then I kind of took women off that mental pedestal, and I realized like, oh, they're just like they're like men, but then with vaginas in a lot of ways. Much love from India. Thank you so much. Shout out to your gaming community, Asif. What are your thoughts on the modern dating scene? Do you use any of the apps? I've used Bumble because I feel like Bumble has more high quality people. It's not so like it's not for one night stands. It's more classy, more mature. Um, my thoughts on it are it's uh, it works for some people. I think 5% of people that use the app they get all the women. I think 95% of people is chasing after 5%, and I think those 5% have all the options, and I think a lot of people don't have options. But I think it's better than just sitting around waiting for something to happen. So I think it's good. I think it's fine as long as people, there's definitely something to be said about people no longer being able to approach in real life and not having the confidence to have the real life conversation. But that was already the case before dating apps. So I'm okay with it, honestly. Maria, I just want to say you're very handsome and have such a sweet personality. I love how you look at life and situations. It certainly made me rethink of my attitude towards life. So thank you, muchas gracias. Me alegro mucho que me dices. Qué bonita palabras. It's funny when people call me sweet. I never identify as. I think I'm pretty like harsh in a lot of ways, but I guess you guys see my caffeined up sweet side. I I I think I keep it pretty real with people. But I like that you see that as sweet. I appreciate that. Thank you, Maria. I'm always trying to help though. That is my thing. Like I'm always the guy telling my friends the things they don't want to hear. Like I'm like, she's not making you happy. Leave her. Like when it's obvious. I'm not a hater. I'm not just saying that to say it. That I'm like, and I usually end up being right. I hate to be that guy. That I do end up, like I see it, and I tell them. Whereas a lot of people are like, that's not my place. Well, I think if you're a good friend is not always going to tell you what you want to hear. But that's also why now I'm working with clients. Like instead of bothering my friends, I have people paying me to hear the harsh reality and help them get better. Hi Denzo, how are you doing? I'm good, man. Thank you. Your left ear is really red, the other one is white. It's because of the lighting, my guy. I think it's because of the lighting. But you're right, though. Who's Denzo? That's my old YouTube name. Dating apps suck. All my serious relationships started at parties, work, or at a bar. Hey, but you're one of the lucky ones who is able to actually have the conversation in real life. So kudos to you. But there's also a lot of shy, introverted people that would never have the balls to do that. So I think for them, it's a good thing that dating apps exist. Do you have many clients from Europe? If not, why do you think you don't? I do. I have two Danish clients. I have one client from Wales, uh, another client from France, another client from Greece, and I think that's it. I think that's it in terms of yeah. So yeah, I do. It doesn't provoke me that much either. It does when they later on say that men was such a douchebag player, or is all the men that want serious relationships when they know he just wanted to f around. When they decided all the dudes that actually wanted declined all the dudes that actually wanted serious relationships with them. You know what I mean? I completely know what you mean. And that's where I would used to get frustrated because I used to be the guy that they would come cry to and complain to the player about. Like I was always the guy solving the problems that the player had caused, like the gay best friend. Like, oh, I just get to sit here and see you when you're down, but when you're happy and horny, you're not with me. You know what you know what I did? I realized that I was being that guy. More so, I realized that I was the one putting myself in that position, and I stopped being that guy, and I stopped putting myself in those positions, and everything became better. Sounds pretty simple, but that's what I did then. Like I realized I was the one putting myself in that position to listen to that nonsense. It's like, and then I just stopped, and then you know, if you're not open to that, you're not going to receive that no longer. I never tried dating apps. It seems like all the guys just appear to me. Well, lucky you, Maria. Lucky you. I mean, it's different. Like a lot of women, let's be honest, like a lot of women, they basically get after sex like 20 times a day or an hour, depending on where they're at. Do you have a Facebook page? No, I do have an Instagram. My Instagram is at Wounded Viking, so you can go follow that. I don't have a Facebook page. Um, being a good person doesn't guarantee a relationship. The smart ladies know to stay away from the narcissist types. Yeah, and what I always say is in that regard is also like you only need one. Like you only need one person, like one woman. Like that's why I never understood or liked the generalization of women and men. It's like, like all women suck, all men are assholes. It's like you just need one individual that fits your criteria. So out of like 4 billion people, you need one person that fits your criteria that was smart enough not to date the narcissists, and then you're good. It's like, trust me, you don't want five options because then how are you going to pick if you have five options that seem to be of equal value? Really interesting to hear that your book. I'm currently writing a young adult fiction book series in which the central character has body dysmorphic disorder, something I experienced due to all the hate I get from people despite my best efforts to be kind and tolerant. Oh, wow. So what? People, that you get hate from people? Why? Because you look different? Or you get hate because of how you react to people? Maria, dating apps don't sound too great. People are generally assholes. Just be kind and respectful. That will always win in my book. But Mariah, that's easy for you to say because you are getting a lot of attraction. Like you are getting a lot of options. Dating apps are for people who are under the radar, who don't get noticed a lot, who don't have outgoing personalities. So it's not for you, and you don't need it. But that doesn't mean it doesn't have its purpose. You see. Have you ever talked to a really attractive Belgian girl who made you nervous because she was so hot? That literally happened. That literally happened last Tuesday. Yeah, it still happens, man. There's this one girl, and she knows I like her, and I frequent the place that she works at, And then it's funny because I'm so confident, obviously, with any and everyone, that we've kind of like developed this high school like um what's the word, man? Fuck, dynamic. Like we've developed this high school like dynamic where it's obvious I like her, she knows she's outgoing and confident. And so when I have to talk to her, I'm like, and she notices and she even makes fun of it. And I like it because I that she's the only one, and that situation is the only situation in which that occurs to me. And that's like, damn, this is what it feels like to be shy again. Because I feel like she has that perception of me being like a big shy guy now. And then obviously I'm not. And I fantasize about the moment where I'm gonna be like, haha, I have the confident personality. I'm not really shy after all. And then she'll be like, but yeah, so it's funny you asked that question because it actually happened very recently. I've completely given up on dating in America. It's a terrible dating situation here. I'm headed back to Asia next year to find a wife. Hey man, do you? Do you, baby? Wherever you need to go, whatever you need to do. Mariah, I'm not outgoing. I hate people. You're funny. I worked in customer service for years. Never again. People are the worst. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, I feel you though. I know what you mean. It's because of people's negative reactions to my appearance, skin disease. I'm 6'3" and athletic, but none of it matters when my face is constantly red. Yeah, I feel you. I really do. I understand what you mean. That's like that's it. Just sucks how like a pigment, a skin pigment, can be so. It's like yeah, man. I wish there's something that I could, that I'm literally right there with you. I'm right there with you. I know that it like I'm jacked, I'm tall, I'm like built like a Greek god, but then you can see like 99% of females, they just like instantly just like disregard me as a potential partner because they're like, oh, something wrong with him. Boom. And you can see the moment it happens in their eyes, or at least I tell myself that. And it can be discouraging, but it is what it is, my guy. And we just have to try and make the best of it and understand that we are getting ahead in life because we're already learning not to rely on our physical beauty and appearance. So they're not going to learn that lesson until they turn old and wrinkly, and then they're going to fucking crash, and then we're going to prosper, right? I had bad acne back in the day. A lot of medication cleared it out. I got baby skin now. Good. My last boyfriend is shy. He was drunk when he came up to me. I see why they call liquid courage. Yeah, that's what. Before I used to smoke weed, before I just used to drink, I would get a lot more girls because I would get so like like party monster ish because of the alcohol, and that got me a lot of my girlfriends. To be honest with you, and when you smoke weed, you're like introvert, philosophical, like deep thinker, and you're not gonna be like so. Yeah, being an alcoholic is definitely better as it pertains to hooking up and finding partners. Dezid, hey Viking, I'm on a quick break, but wanted to send some love, much respect, and honor to you. You're an example of strength and courage to many. Got to go and do some dull work now. Big up, dude. Thank you so much. Shout out to you for taking time out of your busy ass day to come and tell me this. It really means the world, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Like this goes out to anyone. If you're an anonymous watcher who never comments or like whatever, like if you decide to tell me that, because I know there's so many people, there's such a big silent crowd that is always paying attention but doesn't comment, and I love that. I appreciate that. I just want to give all of you hugs. People suck, don't listen to them. Thank you, Mariah. In Saigon, I saw a young woman and both of their hands were burned off in the fire. Both of their hands were gone. That moment humbled me. I bet. Mariah Tharris, chill out with that toxic energy. No, man, she's not being. She just said she loves everybody. She wants to give all of us a big hug. Oh, my eye is burning. Hey, by the way, guys, I'm like 15 minutes in. I haven't even mentioned the fact that I'm still taking on new clients for my coaching. Anybody that's trying to get in touch with me, my name is lorenz.dries@gmail.com, as you can see in the chat box. That's LORENZ dot DRIES@gmail.com. So hit me up if you're trying to work with me, if you need a mentor, a coach to guide you on the right path. That would be me. The vegan bodybuilder, the Ryan Turner, ate only soy for over a month and has higher test levels. What's your opinion on that? Uh, I don't really have an opinion. I'm not an endocrinologist. How do you say that? Endocrinologist, like the test doctor. I don't know anything about that stuff. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. Uh, if he raised his test levels, that's crazy by eating only soy. But that's amazing. Good for him. I do know that it's hard being a vegan bodybuilder. Like it's just hard. If you look at the biggest vegan bodybuilders, even the ones that take testosterone, it is hard. God damn it. What's your opinion on veganism? I think it's great. Um, I take a vegan protein powder every day. I think it's great if you can do it. If it I think is brilliant. I do believe in balance, so I do believe in the power of fish and flesh meat. But more power to vegans, man. My plans for today, I have another client in a few hours. I'm also gonna cook me a mean homemade spaghetti with a bunch of vegetables. I put spinach and stuff, garlic in my spaghetti, pumpkin, a lot of fresh veggie ingredients. So I'm gonna be cooking up a feast. Probably gonna chill with the old folks tonight. My parents, nothing special. Take it easy, ease into the weekend. Maybe go for a little walk later on with my dad. Jaguar Dream Code. Hail Wind Viking. God bless you and hope you had a great weekend. Thank you so much. I know I asked this before, but why not use gear safely? There is no such thing as using gear safely, man, because that, by the way, gear, he means steroids, guys, testosterone, stuff like that. Um, you're gonna get addicted to it. I've seen so many of my close friends take it. It fucks up the way you think. You become addicted. You never feel like you're good enough without them again. It's just bad all around. You should never take steroids under any circumstances. That's the thing, though. Most women don't want sex, and it's a lot to sort through men who want to be genuine. But that's life. Like, I think we need to get rid of this notion that it just all has to come easy to us. Like it's just that's it. If there was a game that I could sell you, and I was like, you can finish this game in 30 minutes, would you buy it? Would you be interested in embarking on playing that game? I don't think you would. You would be like, that's a boring ass game. So same with life. If it was easy, it'd be boring as hell. Like guys, this is it. This is literally it. It's not gonna get more interesting than this. Like the journey is the destination. You know what that really means? The struggle is the fun. There is no finish line. Like clawing our way up out of the mud is what it is. That's life. If everything was fixed tomorrow, you would die of boredom. Like what's there to do after that? Why do you think all those outlandishly wealthy people they're all trying to go to Mars and space and because they're like, man, give me a wacky ass goal that's damn near impossible because I did it all on this planet. Like they're bored. That's why they're doing that. Do you like video games? No, I got out of that a long time ago. I feel like it's a waste of time, to be honest with you. Do you think Goggins was on steroids? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was at some point. And I'm not a big fan of Goggins. I feel like his advice is toxic and unhealthy for most people. Because it's just people love that stuff. They love some guy who's like, don't fucking give up. It's like, all right, like I'll watch I'll watch a random movie if I want to get that vibe. It's just you have certain individuals who are capable of great physical feats, and then we're like, I'm gonna do that. It's like, you probably shouldn't Probably should just get in decent shape first before you go and do an ultra marathon. Let me tell you a secret. Most women do like sex. It's just different for us. Yes, I agree. You're talking to Gapster. You're right. I feel you. I don't play too many games either. Blessings, Threader. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you for the great questions. Oh, will this question and answers video be posted on your profile once the live chat ends? Absolutely. I'm just going to leave it up for eternity. So if I die today, my legacy will live on. RIP to Takeoff, man. One of the three Migos that got killed. Shout out to him. I was a big Migo fan, especially their early work. YRN or No Label 2, I think it was. It was amazing. Anyway, your channel got me interested in traveling to Europe. Good, do it, man. Go to Barcelona first. Go to Barcelona. Go to Berlin. Go to Rome, I guess. Austria is amazing. I love Austria, the mountains, but might not be good for just for if you're traveling by yourself. Hmm. Stockholm is nice. Sweden, that's sick too. All right, guys, we are 56 minutes in. Any recent influential books you read, dude? Like I said, I've been all in on this Star Wars book stuff, man. I just kind of realized that I was reading too much quote unquote dry stuff, and it was becoming like a chore for me. And I just got into this like Star Wars books, sci-fi books, and it's just so amazing. Like it's like meditating, and um, I just haven't been. I haven't been reading serious books, but I'm like 7 books deep into the Star Wars books. I just finished this one the other day. Shadow Hunter, Darth Maul. Yeah, these books are amazing. And yeah, just taking a break from serious books, and there's still a lot to learn from books like this, even though it's sci-fi. And I'm watching the new Star Wars show called Andor. Andor. It is absolutely amazing. If you haven't checked it yet, I don't know what you're doing. I did not like The Mandalorian. I felt like it was a Western, and it was just not good. Like, I mean, it's a cool universe, but it's like the story is too thin, too weak. I like the new Obi-Wan series. You know, Prime Darth Vader, badass. But this new show, Andor, is amazing. Takes on Obi-Wan. I liked it. I liked it. I really did. I know a lot of Star Wars fans didn't like the new Obi-Wan show. I loved it, dude. I was hooked. You know, cute ass little Leia, amazing. Prime Darth Vader, come on, like, dude, so badass. I love Darth Vader. I love all the Sith. So I loved it. I thought it was a great show. I really did. I know for some reason people didn't like it, but Star Wars fans are like they're the most analytical and snobby and difficult crowd you can possibly find. You should be a Jedi in the new movies. I would rather be a Sith because my face is already turning into that of the Emperor Palpatine. Sidious. Like if sometimes I put on the hood and I'm like I could be a Sith. Case and point. Yeah, man, I love Star Wars. We need an Old Republic series. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. We do. Man, Old Republic, man. Here we go, man. I got all the Old Republics on deck. I got all the Old Republics on deck. I got all the old. Where's my I don't know. I got Raven. My Raven book is somewhere out here too. I would be a Sith too. Darth Jaguar, Darth Moon is like, hell yeah, fuck Jedi. Sith is where it's at. They're the ones. Do you like where you live? Yeah, I like Belgium. It's my home. It's where I'm from. Oh wow. Hasn't done a live that is over 1 hour in a minute. So this was fun. I had a really good time. This is really fun. It's really interesting when I do lives later on, later in the week, and it's when I don't do many lives like in general, and then I do a live, it's always better. Like less is always more somehow. It's a lot of fun. Okay. What's the best thing about Belgians? Our decency, our structure. Uh, we're punctual, reliable, I'd say. Um, overall, pretty intelligent. Yeah. What's your favorite Belgian dish? Um, blinde vink met spinazie stomp and mosterd. That's a great one. Um, yeah. Of vol au vent, vide. Also, the goede vide. Mm. I find it encouraging David Goggins was overweight at one point and lost weight to join the Navy. Yeah, absolutely. Great language, my friend. Thank you. Have you seen Fat to Fit or Fit to Fat? Nope. Yeah, Chandler, you're so right, man. We really do need an Old Republic series like today, like yesterday. There's so much left to explore in Star Wars, man. Like they got so much stuff left. I just need a Darth Bane show. Give me a Darth Bane show now, please. Come on, give me a Darth Zana. It's amazing. All right, the journey. I'm good. I'm good. How are you? What do you do to relax? Read, walk, walks in nature. Um, uh, I play pool. Uh, gym. Watch YouTube. NBA. I watch a lot of NBA games. Yeah, I'm very much into NBA and NBA games. Big NBA fan. Any book recommendations? I was just talking about all the Star Wars books that I've been reading. So I just been knee deep into Star Wars books, my man. Um, so honestly, if you the power of now, obviously, the subtle art of not giving a fuck. Somebody just PayPal me some money. Is it you, Free Asia? I think it is. Yeah, shout out to you, man. Appreciate that, dog. Means a lot. Thank you, man. Do you have a Goodreads profile? I do not. I'm sorry. Do not have that. Um, there's a book. Do you like novels? Like, there's a book called Stoner. It's amazing. Really good book. You should really read it. Stoner is amazing. Um, what else have I been reading? Oh, I mean, if you're into like sports and stuff, 11 Rings by Phil Jackson. That's a great one. But it's about NBA and coaching. So I don't know. I really like that one. Yeah, I think that's about it. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to start cooking my homemade spaghetti, my spaghetti sauce. And I think that will be it for today. So thank you so much for being here. Once more, if you want to get in contact with me to hire me for coaching or mentorship, lorenz.dries@gmail.com. The email is right there. Mariah, it was great chatting with you too. I might do it live later on today. I might. Why not? Because it was fun. Great to see you. Like and enjoy the spaghetti. Have a great weekend, guys. All of you, thank you so much. It was awesome. It was great. I really had a blast. Thank you. I'll be back soon. Peace out.